just goes to show you just how uh, incredibly cruel, insensitive that Republicans are becoming. They're not even, I don't even think Republicans, when I read that speech on the House floor, were fully aware that that was in the bill. But nonetheless, when it was brought to their attention, they passed it anyway. And so that's what's deeply concerning.
I feel like we're seeing a lot of this narrative across the nation where our representatives aren't actually reading a lot of times the full things that they're supposed to be reading before they go ahead and vote on things. In terms of this as well, just so I am clear, it's not necessarily that they're suing the woman herself, so she would not have to pay $10,000 or $100,000. It is the manufacturer of the drug or the doctor who performed the abortion. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Or the doctor who prescribed it. Correct.
Okay.
And anybody involved. So you could have an Uber driver, I believe. Before this wasn't in the bill, but if you had FedEx delivery or something like that,
Wow.
anybody involved in any phase in the process could be sued. The idea is that, the Republicans are just trying to shut down the opportunity from this ultimately reaching the woman who might need it. And so that's really what's happening here. So they specifically excluded the woman who might receive it, but everybody else is fair game. And again, they're using these types of laws to shut down things that they don't like. And so yes, the concerning thing is that yeah, not only is it going to apply to a broad range of companies and other entities, whether it be in other states and in Texas, but this type of law can be used in virtually anything. And that's what's to me deeply concerning is that what kind of state are we creating where, any crime, it could be prostitution, it could be drugs, it could be guns, could the government essentially say, we're not going to pass traditional laws anymore to better police and regulate people's behavior. We're going to set up this whole lawsuit system to where your friends and neighbors can collect financial rewards if they turn you in. It's a very scary prospect for our country. And again, it's not just limited to here in Texas. After Texas pioneered this law, California did something similar for gun owners, right, and gun manufacturers. So if there was a gun manufacturer that they felt would, could be liable, if there was a gun that was used in a crime, then anybody can then be open up to a lawsuit. And
Wow.
some of the examples that I used, at the Capitol, imagine if there was a parent that didn't lock up their firearm and there was an accidental shooting. Well, okay, so now imagine if there was a system where everybody's friends, neighbors, coworkers could sue you for not locking up the guns. I mean, it creates this wild scenario where I think we have to be very careful that what road are we going to go down?